we also saw a memo leaked out of Google not that long ago, stating basically, well, we have no moat, and OpenAI also has no moat. Like, basically, there's nothing fundamental stopping open source from eating everybody's lunch in large language models. And I would say that it hasn't quite happened yet, but you can clearly see that avenue unfolding. I mean, right now, Facebook's Llama model, which was leaked onto the internet with little help from 4chan, right? I mean, so Facebook's Facebook put the model out there, but they didn't release the weights, which is a key part of what makes the model do stuff. Then that was somehow leaked into 4chan. Then everyone had it. Then Facebook was like, okay, fine, everyone can have it for non-commercial purposes. The amount of work that's been done on the open source Llama model just in the last weeks has been tremendous. Right now, GPT-4 seems smarter than Llama. Llama's around the GPT 3.5 level. It seems like, but it's clear that's not a fundamental lead that can't be overcome either, right? So the Google engineer who wrote the there is no moat memo was just looking a little ahead in the future, and he's seeing, well, what the open source world will do with LLMs is going to be cooler and cleverer than what big tech companies do with LLMs, just because there's more people out there in the open source community than any one company. So the lead of having a model with more parameters in a big tech company is not tremendously sustainable. I mean, given that VCs are out there funding companies building open source LLMs, right? I mean, Stability AI is there, for example, and the Eleuther is there, and Zarka, which you mentioned, which is a singularity net ecosystem project aimed at training neural symbolic LLMs running in a decentralized fabric. I mean, this is going to do open source large language models also, right? So, I mean, the investment community is funding smaller tech companies with open source friendly business models. There's no fundamental reason OpenAI is going to maintain a lead there, nor that Google is going to maintain a lead there, really. So, I mean, what we're seeing is pretty much the inevitable catch up of everyone else to OpenAI, and yeah, the dialogues within OpenAI and Microsoft have got to be quite different than what many people would naively think. Because if people are thinking, well, okay, OpenAI owns the singularity, you can be sure that's not what they're thinking internally. What they're thinking internally is everybody basically knows how to do this, and everybody else is putting so much money and attention into this now. Like, how do we maintain a lead given that we've shot our biggest load already, right? Because in taking the next step beyond where GPT-4 is now, it's not clear that OpenAI / Microsoft has an especially big advantage, right? Like Sam Altman has already been quite public saying, well, training bigger and bigger models on more and more parameters may be interesting, but it's not like the magic sauce to incredible future progress. But if the magic sauce to incredible future progress is coming up with a fundamentally altered or improved transformer architecture, or if it's, say, hybridizing a transformer with a knowledge graph and reasoning on that knowledge graph, right, then it's not clear that in taking those further steps, OpenAI has such a huge advantage. I mean, if it's coming up with a better variation of the transformer architecture, well, why not Google, who invented transformers in the first place, right? And if it's hybridizing transformers with logical reasoning engines and other forms of AI, like, why not, for example, us, Singularity Net, Zarka, True AGI, right? Why not us, who have been hybridizing neural nets with logic and evolutionary systems for decades, right? Like they're OpenAI's lead in the next leg of the AGI race is not especially obvious when you dig in deeply, though they've gotten certainly an interesting mind share and market share lead. But I'd say that, you could try to draw an analogy with Google's lead in search, but I don't think it's a perfect analogy, in that Google had a sort of positive feedback loop with search and ads, right? So that they got people locked into search, then they got people clicking on ads, and because there were people clicking on their ads, companies used AdSense. So there was this advertising revenue model that had this sort of flywheel effect there, right? And their lead in search sort of boosted this flywheel of people clicking on ads and people placing ads.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.